Welcome to Thabo and Gugu Life and Business podcast. This is episode 11. I'm Thabo.
And I'm Gugu.
Yes, so today we're going to be talking about maximizing your Airbnb income. So we'll be just sharing our tips and strategies, how we do it in our portfolio. So we've got a portfolio of about 12 properties, 6 which we own, worth about £2 million, and the other 7 are rented out from landlords, and with these properties we rent them out on Airbnb. So this podcast is just a conversation between me and Gugu, and we are Airbnb super hosts. So when it comes to Airbnb, I'm sure we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Hopefully.
What are your thoughts? Hopefully. She doesn't have confidence in yourself. Yeah, so we've got a list of questions which we're going to be asking each other, going through. And yeah, do you want to ask me first? Or?
No, I can go for ladies first.
Okay, there you go. So, ladies first. You want me to ask you the question first, or you want to ask me first?
To ask me the question
first. Cool. So Google, could you share your top 3 strategies for maximizing revenue on an Airbnb listing? What are your strategies?
The top 3 I can think of right now are dynamic pricing tool. So this tool sort of helps you with it helps you set your price according to stuff that's happening in the local area. So for example, any events, any sporting activities, or just anything that's gonna attract more people to come. However, it also works in a way that even if the demand is low, it's gonna adjust your price according to the demand in that way. So whatever is happening in that market, regardless of the season, your price will be adjusted with that.
So you've got a prime example of the industry which uses this. It's the airline industry. So the other day when you're trying to book a flight to France, what happened?
The price changed.
That's
literally right in my eyes.
Yeah. So what's that? That's like the airlines use this pricing tool. So you've got airlines, you've got car rental companies, all these things. So when there's supply and demand, what happens to the prices?
The price just automatically gets adjusted.
Yeah. So I mean, Google's booking a flight to France. They're going to Paris with the kids, with the family. So when she literally when she was trying to pay, it went up. I'm like I thought maybe that was actually a setup as well, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. We live and we learn. So for us, for our Airbnb, a particular one we use is Wheelhouse. So that's the pricing tool that we use. The second strategy that we use for maximizing revenue is we use when a guest stays, we have got different options for if a guest wants to check in early or if a guest wants to check out early. So those are the kind of strategies and services that we offer as well to maximize our revenue.
Yeah, so that's the upsell. So if a guest wants to check in early, you can upsell them. So exactly like when you go to your hotel. So when we went to the hotel, what did they say? When we
pay
extra for what? To what?
To check in early.
Yes. So all these things are like upsells. So when you want a late checkout, what do the hotels say?
You pay.
Exactly. So so those are the revenue things for hotels, always upsells. So there are other ones which you didn't go into, for example, other Airbnb listings would have things stocked up in the fridge, like water and all that, juices, sodas, all these extra things in the fridges. So if a guest wants that, they can pay for it. Other ones, other Airbnbs sell sports subscription packages. So if they've got Sky Sports or Virgin Media, if a guest wants to watch a movie or something which is paid for, other people sell that as well. Okay. So there's different things which you can upsell guests to, so in this market. So it's you asking me a question now.
Yeah. So Thabo, could you explain the importance of setting financial goals for your Airbnb business?
I mean, every business should have a goal. So each start of your financial year, you should know by the end of the financial year where you want to be. So if you don't have a target to work towards, you're costing the whole year. So it's very important. So it's once you've got those goals, whether it's a yearly goal, so each week or every day you're working towards that to say, how can I actually well, what things should I do in my business for me to achieve those goals? So can I be upselling more? Can I be changing prices? Can I add in extra services? So if you've got a goal, you actually start thinking outside the box. Like, what are the things for me to do to hit that target? I mean, I'll be surprised if there's a business out there with no goals.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense then, would it?
Nah, it wouldn't.
Yeah. The next one is, how do you track and analyze your Airbnb income and expenses effectively?
So we've got the Google sheet. So for us, like, obviously we use a channel manager. Yeah. So channel manager will bring the bookings from booking.com, VRBO, and Airbnb. Yeah. So once they're there on the channel manager, we've got an assistant, a virtual assistant, who will take all those bookings and put it on our
The
Google
spreadsheet.
spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Say, then with that spreadsheet, you can see, like, okay, in this month, the whole portfolio performed like this. So even like the channel manager does that, but we prefer to actually take the things and put it on the spreadsheet, and we actually track that. So you can actually,
Keeping it the traditional way.
yeah, you could also download the channel manager spreadsheet as well,
Yeah.
and input there. But like, that's the VA's job, so our virtual assistant does that as well. Because the only downside, like with the channel manager, I don't know if we've never tried it. If you can add additional, maybe you could add additional revenue to say, yes, there was an early check-in, we charge the guest for an early check-in, or there was a late checkout, we charge the guest for a late checkout. And I'm saying, with these early check-ins and late checkouts, it's also, you just have to be mindful about them. Like, if someone wants to check in 20, 15 minutes early, you're not
it's
gonna
not like you're gonna charge for
them.
that, are
It's
you?
like,
Yeah.
if your check-in time is at 4 p.m. and someone wants to check in at 12 midday,
yeah.
so that's like, I mean, that's a chargeable time,
Because about 4 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 4 hours. So
Yeah.
so I think my question to you is, what are additional services, amenities which you offer to increase income? I think we've touched on those,
Sort
but
of touched on that a little bit.
can you think
yeah.
of any others, or that's it?
So another one to add on to that is, so for example, if your guest is staying for like a week or so, you'd offer enhanced cleaning, so like midday cleans
Yeah.
if they'd want to. So again, when they're booking initially, there's a cleaning fee that's already charged. However, if for a long period, and obviously you wanna maintain the property, and for them to stop living a clean, comfortable place, you
Yes.
can offer that additional midday clean service.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
another way to increase your income.
Yeah, for sure. So and the way you position that is you don't have to go like you. For us, we make it like seem like it's mandatory for our properties to be cleaned weekly. Because if a guest stays for let's say, for example, a month.
Yeah.
We want the properties to be cleaned weekly, if not bi-weekly, like minimum, like at least two times during that stay,
during that
because
stay,
a month
yeah.
is a long time. So if the guest would have paid for one stay, the final cleaning fee,
yeah.
So if you tell the guest, oh, would you like, like more like an offer, they'll say, oh no, it's fine, I'll clean myself. But you will need to tell them, look, as part of our business policies, we recommend a mid-stay clean because of A, B, C. We need to change your bedding. We need to do this. But however, this clean comes at a fee. So
Yep.
that's how you just have to position like that. So you don't like, because if I was a guest, I would be like,
Yeah, that helps up. Obviously, again, if you're using the example for 1 month, if
Yeah.
you're going to be doing these mid-stay cleans, it also helps with the clean at the end of when the guest checks out.
Yes.
So it's not too dirty or too messy or something.
Yeah, because if someone is staying for a month, probably this person has come for business, they are very busy, they in and out the property, etc.,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like after like a month, they wouldn't have cleaned anything. Other guests will say, yes, I'll clean, but we all know that's
The
not going to
definition
happen.
of that clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so do you want to ask me, or do you want me to go again? Because I've got loads for you.
Oh, go on then.
So what advice would you give for hosts looking to increase their occupancy rates and their revenue overall?
So I think the first thing that I would advise is understand your market, understand your location, so that, and also understand your local competitors. What are they charging? So it gives you a sort of an idea of what the market rate is. Obviously, every host charges their own price, but you sort of, because you don't want to charge too high, lose out on bookings, charge too low, you could get the wrong type of guest if it's too cheap as well. So once you've got the understanding of the market, then also consider the pricing tool as well, which I mentioned earlier. For example, Wheelhouse in our case. And then that also helps you to gauge, okay, this is what the hosts are saying. This is what I've seen on the internet. This is what the pricing tool is saying. So you can sort of gauge your pricing according to that as well. And then also photography, that's one of the important things as well. Make sure whatever you do, once you've put your listing up there, whether on Airbnb or Booking.com, you hire a professional photographer to make your listing look attractive, because that makes a big difference. Because some people can even overlook the price by just looking at your pictures. However, be careful not to put false pictures online. Make sure whatever you put out there, even if it's being taken by a professional, it's what the guest is actually going to see in person, or even better.
Yeah, no, those are good points. Yeah, especially when it comes to the pictures, because at the end of the day, it's marketing. You need to market your property the best possible way. But don't overmarket and put things which you're not gonna offer, or things which are false, or so you just have to be like a true marketer. So
at least the guests get what they pay for, even better in reality.
Of course. Yeah, so don't make the pictures look like magazines, and when they get there, they're like, no, this is not
what I saw. This is not what I paid for. So that's not a good look, and that's not good for reviews.
And those things will reflect on the reviews, because I've seen like guests putting on other people's properties to say, look, the pictures are too good. Once you get there, it's not what it looks like.
So it's not good for business practice as well.
So you just have to be careful what you do and how you project yourself.
Okay, I'm ready to ask you now.
Go on.
What are some of the common pitfalls hosts should avoid when trying to maximize their income?
I think one of them is hosts are going too cheap, So obviously there is a lot of competition. The market
isn't cheap good sometimes.
I'm
just commenting.
No, I'm saying
I know the answer, but for other people, because other people think, cheap is good, but I want to understand your knowledge of saying cheap is not always good.
Yeah. So when I'm saying cheap, I mean like in terms of the pricing. So it's like in a saturated market, guests or hosts will feel like, you know what? Let me reduce my prices so I can attract guests, or I can attract a lot of people. So I'll say avoid that. So even in a saturated market, you just need to add things in your property to make you stand out.
And still charge the right price.
And still charge the right price. Because if, for example, if you're in an area where the average price is, let's say, £100 a night, and other people have gone too cheap and are now charging £60-70 a night, So one, you're gonna be attracting like poor quality guests.
Yes.
Because people will look for
cheap doesn't always mean good, does it?
Yeah. Now, that's a good point. So cheap doesn't always mean good, and like just in case as well, if anything happens, if a guest damages things or all these things happen and they've paid that kind of money, it's not going to be worth it for you. You won't be able to recover anything, so you could have yes, you would have taken a deposit, or you can have Airbnb insurance, but just the hassle you go through to rectify these things.
And you're thinking the money they paid is all is it really worth it?
Yeah, and we've seen within the portfolio, when we reduce the prices below the market rent, it's automatically attracts low quality guests.
And the thing is, they always complain about everything, don't they? You only paid this much, and it's just too much work.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
they want to pay less, but they expect
what's this? What's the top hotel? They expect a 7-star hotel, which is our prices reflect our properties, and we don't offer substandard properties in the marketplace. No, I think they're like high quality properties, and so it's like it gets to they paid like £100 a night, and they'll be thinking like they paid £1,000 a night. So which is fine. We'll always provide the best customer service, but like there are some unreasonable demands, and I've seen them even not only on our properties, on other people's properties, on social media when people share all this,
And then you find out, obviously they're sharing this, and you think, how much did you charge this guest? And you hear the price. I'm like, I wonder why.
Yeah. So we always try like hold the price to like the market rate, market
regardless
rate.
of the season. And then, like obviously we still adjust, but not below par to think now. Because for us, then if because there's also bills to pay from our end as well.
Of
so if
course,
you're going to be charging too low just because the season is low as well, the business is going to suffer, isn't it?
Yeah. So what do you think of this mentality when other was to say like, yes, it's better to be the property to be full than to be empty, and what do you think of that mentality?
I wouldn't write it off, but at the same time, I wouldn't always use that strategy at the same time, because again, of the stuff we've discussed already, if you're going to be reducing your price just for the sake of filling it up, you're going to be attracting the wrong type of guests.
Yeah, for sure.
And if anything, any damages, or even if it's not damages, just the cleanliness in itself, it's going to cost you more than what they paid for. So is it worth it then in the end?
Nah, it's not.
Because again,
it's not.
This is a numbers game. You came into this business to make money, to provide a service, but at the same time, you want to provide the right service as well. So just filling it up and the numbers don't add up.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't. So I mean, that we need to be very careful with that mentality, because
it's a numbers game, like you like to say.
we are selling sleep. We are selling like head on a bed, So it's like, but if it's like, sometimes it's better for the property to be empty.
Because even if it's empty, let's say you've got your listing for a month, you've booked for 2 weeks, it's empty for the other 2 weeks. If you've charged the right price without lowering it too much, you can cover expenses for that month.
Of course. Nah, but we for us, we break even in a week, so it's like
it's just an example.
It's another
isn't it?
example.
I'm saying to just answer you don't always have to have it full for the sake of it.
So what you just said is like you don't have to have it 30 nights full. Maybe 30 nights full. They'll pay like £100.
If they're paying the right price, it's fine. But in terms of lowering the prices just to get it full, then
nah. I wouldn't do that. So before we go any further, so we offer like different services. So one of the services which you offer is a 10-day Airbnb crash course and a one-to-one mentorship. So if you want to know more about these things, if you want to get your first Airbnb property, book a call, and the link is in the description. The other services which you offer are within our company, Love Your Stays, Gugu is going to elaborate on that.
Yep, and that's Love Your Stays Limited. So if anyone is interested in starting off their Airbnb journey or just partnering with us, feel free to contact us by email or through social media.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much.
You ready for another one?
Yeah, hit me with another question. And I think, we've answered a lot in this podcast. So,
How do you adapt your income maximizing strategies to changes in the market or regulations?
So I think this one is the same answer as like to say pricing tool.
Oh, the pricing
tool.
So
the pricing tool. You remember the perfect example for like maximizing income was during the COP26 in Glasgow. So there was a COP26, an event where a lot of global leaders, global leaders come to a place and they speak about climate change, all the good stuff about the environment. So during this time, we didn't know about this event, but like obviously through like the social media, social networks, and like the communities of Airbnbs we are in, like people started to talk about this. Oh yeah, there's a COP26. Your bookings, what are you charging? Our pricing too already did the work for us, because our pricing tool, without us knowing, it ramped up like the prices to
then about you're looking wondering, why is the price this much? Then obviously that's when we also started to go and do our own research. This is what's happening, no wonder why. So from that moment as well, it's like we're able to keep up with everything that was going on.
So like the price until ramped up the price to £1,000 a night.
Yeah.
You know, that's how much demand there was in Glasgow, and I know a lot of people made money. So if you
Airbnb house,
yeah.
I think even individual people.
Oh yeah. So we've got
Because
people
the properties were running out.
yeah. So Airbnb was messaging, like Airbnb, Booking.com, like, you know, the Scottish government were messaging hosts like through these platforms to say, look, can you encourage like the operators to give out more properties, etc. You know, but whereas after that event, I feel like they used us, you know, because after that event they went on like the licensing thing, you know, which made other operators go out of business.
Yeah, that's
You know,
a shame.
so
isn't
yeah,
it?
it was a shame, you know. It's like, but yeah, it is what it is. We are where we are, so it's business. You just have to adapt and look for ways to navigate the
And just
uncertainties.
keep up, obviously, with the regulations and stuff. Make sure you're always on the right side and track with everything else that's going on.
Yeah. So, do you have any closing remarks on this maximizing your Airbnb income?
No, I think I've already touched on that already. So just understand your market, make sure you've got the right pictures, get your listing up to standard, understand what everyone else is doing, and just make sure you stay on top as much as you can. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. And I feel like this Airbnb business model is like one of the best strategies are out there. And
I think it's quite easy to set up as well. And if you've got the right, obviously, help, mentorship also if you need to as well. So yeah, you can come to us.
Talking of mentorship, yeah. So if you're interested in it, just book a call with me. Link is in the description, and I'll be able to help you. So yeah, if you like this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe.